Hey, this is Carson from Starkweather Association Services. Today I'm going to cover email lists and what those do within YM. Email lists are the source lists of contacts that your email campaign job goes to when you create a campaign within YM. Email lists in YM are generated anywhere that you can pull a query list of records. For example, under Directory and CRM, if you hit search, there will be an option at the top of the page that says results options. And then under results options here, there's a button for email list. Similarly, if you went to e-commerce, let's suppose that you wanted to do a search for people who have open dues invoices. You could do a search for that under e-commerce. And then once the results show at the bottom, there will be an option that says email invoices, and then under that button, there's a button that says create email list. So anywhere that has the ability to query a list of records in YM, such as under exports and reporting, or under features, and perhaps under like an event that you might have where you're viewing the registrants, you can create an email list from. So in order to get to any past email lists that you might have created and saved within your website, you'd go to Directory and CRM, go to the left under Email and Newsletters, and then go to Email Lists. This is where your YM site will show you all of the email lists that have been created and saved in your site. You're going to see here that the lists by default are shown as dynamic type lists. What that means is that if the list was driven from a query that you created and that query searched for data, if that data in your database maybe changes over time, that dynamic list will change the amount of email addresses in that list. So for example, if I searched for a list of people who lived in Florida a week ago, and that maybe changed, maybe you got 5 more people who live in Florida in your database between then and now, that list will update dynamically to the number of people to reflect what your database looks like now, if the list is dynamic. So if you view a list over here to the right, you're going to see the lists of records within the list itself shown here top to bottom and a status of them. At the top, it'll tell you overall how many lists or how many recipients the list has, and it'll also show you that how many are going to actually be emailed. If you click this number, it gives you some more details such as who might have opted out within this list or how many bounced records you have within it. It's very important to note at this time as well that an email list is not representative of the campaigns that you might have used to send to this list at one time or another. That's under Directory and CRM, email newsletters, campaigns. And that's a different topic all in all. Email lists are simply ad hoc lists of people that you might siphon into a campaign job at one time or another when you're ready to create an email campaign and send those out. If you go to list options over here to the far right, you've got the ability to convert your list to a static list, and that's essentially the opposite of a dynamic list, meaning that the number of records in the list will lock into place and won't change over time. So that's been an overview of email lists within YM. If you have further questions on this topic or if you would like further help from us, feel free to reach out and we will be happy to assist you. Have a great day.